welcome back to Just Vibes FC. Today is a transfer talk video. Before I go any further, please like and subscribe. It goes a long way for the channel. But anyways, today will be a transfer talk on the Just Vibes FC channel. Tomorrow I want to bring a public kind of interview, or maybe a few days later. I'm not sure, depending on a few things that's happening right now. But it's in the works. Anyways, the first piece of transfer news that I really wanted to talk about is James Maddison to Arsenal. Now this news has been about like 3 weeks now from the AFC bell, and to be honest, I do believe that Maddison is like an option for Arsenal at the attacking midfielder role. I do think that Arsenal want him, but the prices that have been quoted are around Maguire money, so around 70 million to 80 million pounds. And I don't think that James Maddison is worth that much. I think that he's a 60 million pound player, but I think Arsenal could get him for 60 million pound because for the simple fact that there has been reports that Maddison has had a falling out with his manager Brendan Rodgers. But on a side note now, Arsenal could be selling fringe players like Reece Nelson and Maitland Niles to make money for Maddison. Now I think that for Reece Nelson you could get 10 million pounds for him, and for Maitland Niles, if you're lucky, you could get 20 to 25 million pounds for him. But yeah, there are fringe players that Arsenal are looking to get rid of to fund the James Maddison move. Now, on to another club, Manchester United and Manchester City. Now, both clubs have been linked with the player Danny Ings. Danny Ings wants to move to a top 6 club. He has 1 year remaining on his deal, and to get him out, it would probably cost around 25 to 30 million pounds. Now, for me, Danny Ings is one of the best strikers in the Premier League. Very good, very technical, can pass a ball, can link play, can drop deep, can head, can finish easily off both feet. The problem with Danny Ings is that he has injury problems. He misses like around 10 games every season, and sometimes he can even miss most of a season. But last year and the year before, it looks as if he has conquered his injury problems to an extent. I think he only played 29 games last year. But at the same time, yeah, Man City and Man United have made inquiries about Danny Ings. Now, if he goes to Man City, I think that Danny Ings would be a backup to Harry Kane because Man City really wants Harry Kane. If he goes to Man United, he'd be a backup to Edison Cavani. And I don't think he would be going to Man United either because, like, how could I put it now? Greenwood is the second option because Ole wants to promote him from winger to striker because everyone in the club believes he's a striker, and I believe so as well. The most likely destination for Danny Ings is Spurs. I think that he could be at Spurs. No inquiry has been made by Spurs, but the reason I say this is because Harry Kane more than likely is leaving Tottenham to Man City, and he could be a good option to buy with the Harry Kane money. Now, there has been developments around another Man United target, and that's Raphael Varane. Man United have made a 45 million pound bid, I believe, with 5 million add-ons, and I think that Real Madrid want a 50 million pound bid with a 5 million pound add-ons. So essentially, the clubs are like 5 to 10 million apart on valuation, but I expect this deal to be completed soon. I don't want to really go into it because this Varane news has been going around for a long time. Good signing if Manchester United can get him done. Now, the next piece of transfer news is about Chelsea and Napoli. Reportedly, Napoli are interested in Chelsea left back Emerson. Now, Chelsea have 3 left backs at the club: Marcos Alonso, Ben Chilwell, and Emerson. And I think that Chelsea are looking to ship one of them and keep 2. Chilwell is the starter, so they have to decide if they want to get rid of Alonso or Emerson. Inter want Alonso, Napoli want Emerson. So I guess whoever leaves first. But in my opinion, I think that for some reason, um, the coach Tuchel have a preference to Alonso over Emerson. I don't know, because every time when Emerson is sub down for Chelsea, he never plays at left wing back. He always is in the advanced three. So maybe he looks at him of more of an attacking player instead of a defensive, or like a wing back who can defend and attack. I'm not sure about it, but I guess Alonso would be staying and Napoli would be getting Emerson. I'm not sure about it. Chelsea fans, please tell me which player you prefer in the comments below, Alonso or Emerson. I think it would be a good deal for Napoli if they could get Emerson though. And the next piece of transfer news is about Sergio Roberto. No, Barcelona have transfer listed a lot of players this year in attempts to get players off the wage bill and get some money in. Now, one of the players that haven't been transfer listed is Sergio Roberto, but it has been reported that Bayern Munich wants Sergio Roberto. Now, I'm not entirely sure how true this is, because a few years ago, or a year ago, I think, it was reported that Sergio Roberto is one of 5 captains in the Barcelona dressing room. I can't remember exactly who are all 5, but I think it was Messi, Busquets, PK, Sergio Roberto, and someone else. But I think that Sergio Roberto is a very versatile player, very good on the ball, very good player to have as a rotation option, not as a starter. Can play right back, central midfielder, central defensive midfield, right winger, left winger. Can do it. But if Barca was to sell him, I think Barca could get 25 million for Sergio Roberto. Too versatile and too good to get less than 25. On to the next transfer rumor, and this has to do with a former Barca player, Nelson Semedo. Now, Nelson Semedo has been linked with a move to Atletico de Madrid from Wolves. The thing is, it looks like Trippier is going to Man United, and like Atletico will need a back, will need a new right back. And the first rumor was that they were going to get Max Aarons, but now it looks like they want Semedo from Wolves. No, for me, Semedo is a good right back, slightly better than average, but he's a good right back, very pacey, can defend okay, good in the final third, but I think this is a downgrade from Trippier, to be honest. I think Trippier is the better right back, but it depends. If they could sell Trippier for 25 million euros and buy Nelson Semedo for say 15-20, then maybe it's a good business choice. But personally, I think that Atletico should try and get Max Aarons. I think Max Aarons is the better right back, to be honest, but it is what it is. Now, this transfer rumor has been going on for a while now, and it's Moise Kean to PSG. Now, the thing about this transfer is that PSG wants Moise Kean back on loan, but Everton wants to sell him. And now it's been reported that Rafa Benitez, the new Everton manager, wants to keep him. Now, I think Moise Kean is a good player, just hasn't worked out at the Prem. I think he would want to play at a big club and as a first team starter for a club, and he would be back up to Calvert-Lewin. Moise Kean is better on the ball, good at linking up, and he's pacer than Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin is good in the air, and a type of striker that's more physical than Moise Kean. So I think Moise Kean would prefer to go to PSG, but I'm not sure if it would happen. To be honest, this is a 50-50. It just depends if Everton are willing to accept a loan deal for Moise Kean. Next transfer news, and this one is a bit and a lot more interesting. Now, as you know, Barcelona again have transfer listed a lot of players. Now, 2 players that are on the transfer list are Lenglet and Umtiti. Now, Barcelona really wants to get rid of Umtiti. The problem is his wages. His wages are very big and not normal salary that a average or middle class club could take up. He's reportedly on like around £200,000 per week. The problem is that Umtiti is a very good centre back, very good, better than a lot of these so-called good centre backs. But the problem is he's very injury prone. He can't stay fit for half a season or quarter. Remember, he was the one that was partnering Varane in the World Cup winning campaign. And I think that he would be good. Lenglet, on the other hand, I don't think Lenglet is good. But Barcelona wants to get rid of him. I think that the plan from Barcelona is to get rid of Umtiti, get rid of Lenglet, get in a new centre back who will be cheaper and could be on lower wages. The thing is, Barca have been linked with a move with Romero from Atalanta, Serie A centre back of the season, and I'm not sure if Barca could fund a transfer for Romero unless they have sold Umtiti and Lenglet. Rumors about suitors are rumors for about Umtiti is that Olympique Lyon wants him on loan and they are willing to pay 50% of his wages, and they don't want to pay the transfer fee after the loan is finished. But let's see about that one. And Lenglet now, the only clubs interested in Lenglet is like mid-table clubs in the Premier League. Not a lot of top-table clubs want Lenglet, and Lenglet also wants to stay at Barca. So a lot of things have to go wrong for Lenglet to leave Barcelona and go to another club. Honestly speaking, still I think Barca should sell the two of them and try getting another centre back, a young centre back who won't be on high wages. The next piece of transfer news is Malen, the Netherlands forward from PSV. Looks like it's going to happen to Borussia Dortmund. No, some people think that this is a replacement for Haaland because Haaland is going for Chelsea. Me, I think that this move is going to happen regardless Haaland stays or not. He can play out wide and he can play a strike. He can play in a 2. He can play as the second striker or the main number 9. I like Malen. He's a good player from what I've seen. I never watched PSV, but I've watched the Netherlands a few times in the Euros, and he looks good when I see him play. Good deal for Dortmund, I think. But let's see what happens with that one. To be honest, no, this deal is one deal. The next deal that I want to talk about, moving away from the Dortmund deal with Malen. Now, this deal is more interesting for me. This one I'm actually excited about, and it's the fact that Everton is linked with a move for Dwight McNeil of Burnley. Now, for me, I've been watching Dwight McNeil for years in the Prem, playing for Burnley. I think that Dwight McNeil is a very good young player, very, very good. The problem is he plays in a very, very pragmatic system under Sean Dyche. And even when he's playing in that pragmatic system, he's their main source of creativity, averaging like 2 chances a game in a system that sits back most of the time and defend 4-4-2, long ball. And Dwight McNeil always provide chances. I think that if he goes into a Everton, he will be elevated and like he would be putting more on the table, and he would like get a bigger move further on. I think this would be a good move for Burnley, Everton, and Dwight McNeil if it happens. A good move for Burnley because they would get in a minimum £40 million minimum for him because they know how valuable Dwight McNeil is. I really like this player, honestly. I think this move can happen. It just depends if Everton have the money, because it looks like Rafa Benitez is on a strict budget. His next 2 transfer targets are Demarai Gray and Townsend. Rather, Townsend deal has been completed and he's an Everton player. Now, Demarai Gray is a transfer target alongside McNeil. Now, for me, Demarai Gray, very good young talent, but as always underachieved. Like, he's a player that can slap on from 30 yards, top bins, and then disappear for 3 games in a row. No, I think that he needs to put in some more work, and he needs a coach that can guide him and try to help him to be more consistent and just maybe he can deliver on the potential that Leicester saw in him. So let's see what happens with that one. The next piece of transfer news is, and this is a Barca one again. No, I'm not sure about this one. Renato Sanchez to Barcelona. Now, Renato Sanchez is a man who has done well with Lille, has done well with Portugal, probably Portugal's best player of the tournament. And now he's being linked to every club under the sun. He's been linked with Arsenal. He's been linked to Barca. He's been linked to Man United. He's been linked with Spurs. Now, very good player. I like him. I think that somebody should take a gamble on Renato Sanchez. I don't think Barca have the money to take a gamble. He'd cost around £40 million to get out of Lille, and I'm not sure Barca have that money. Considering they're already after another midfielder as well in Saul, and they're already stocked in midfield, so I don't think they need a midfielder. I think that Renato Sanchez needs to go to a more physical league like the Prem and develop. He had a loan spell from Bayern to Swansea, I think, and it didn't went well. So maybe he has a point to prove. I'm not sure. Now, the last piece of transfer news that I have for the day, and I've saved this for last because it's basically done, and that's Tottenham getting the services of Brian Gill from Sevilla. Now, the deal is reported to cost £22.5 million plus Eric Lamela. I can say Eric Lamela worth 10 million, so maybe 30 million for this 20-year-old. Now, to be honest, I never heard of this player. I've never watched this player. I don't know how good he is. But one thing I can tell you is that he's really rated highly. Like Diallo highly. They rate him a lot. Some people say he's the new Johan Cruyff. I've seen his stats, and he looks like a winger. Based off his stats, I haven't watched him. Based off his stats, like a winger who likes to dribble a lot. Like he averages a lot of dribbles per game, and he likes to take on his fullback. I don't know much more than that. But if Tottenham gave away Eric Lamela, I'm not saying Lamela is good, but I'm just saying, like, if they gave away Lamela plus 22 million for him, he must have some talent. I'm eager to see if he'll be given the same not same chances but more chances at Tottenham. Remember, they have Lucas' son Bergwijn. Personally, still, I think that Bergwijn should be given a chance at Tottenham. He hasn't been given a chance to be successful at that club, because when Jose was there, he played a 4-3-3 system with Bergwijn, the right winger, dropping off and helping to defend 3/4 or 80% of the time, and Son and Kane doing all the attacking and getting all the goals and assists. Now I think Bergwijn should be given a chance next year instead of Lucas and Brian Gill. I think that Brian Gill should be off the bench. Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Europa Conference. I think that's what they should give him and try to develop him. And I'm talking like I even know him, like if I've watched him. But at the same time, I'm happy for Tottenham, because Tottenham is a club that I know won't win anything and achieve anything, but they normally play good football and they're nice to watch. So when I saw Mourinho took over and letting them play pragmatic football, you know what I mean. But anyways, that's the end of Just Vibes FC Transfer Talk. Now please like and subscribe to this channel. Like this video. Thank you for watching this. It means a lot. This will probably be one of my longest videos. But before I leave, I want to remind you, not remind you, but tell you of something. I aim to drop like a public interview video. Like I want to go around and ask some people footballing questions to bring some sense of human like stuff on this channel. Not really to like transfer talks are serious and whatnot, but like I want it to be more than just transfer talk. This channel, I want to bring different footballing content. The problem is I just don't have the time and a bit of the resources. I just don't have those things. But eventually sooner rather than later, I will get it done. Starting with public interviews, I'll try to get those done. Maybe after this exam, who knows? One public interview per week or every 2 weeks. Who knows? But anyways, thank you for watching. Again, please like and please subscribe to the channel. This is just Vibes FC.